Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy One Arm, and today on the new Bench channel, we'll be bringing you my take, my reaction to some of the stuff that we saw in yesterday's first day of the NFL 2020 Combine. Yesterday it was receivers, tight ends, and quarterbacks, and they did a few drills. Some I liked, some I didn't like. I didn't like the fade drill. I thought it was a waste of time. I thought it only hurt both sides, quarterbacks and the receivers or tight ends that were catching the ball. You got to see how much practice it really takes to catch a fade, you know. And I think they could have done without that drill. There was a sled drill that they brought in for the tight ends for the blocks. We'll check that out in a bit. I really enjoyed that one. But it was just mainly all we saw was 40 times and passing and catching drills, and that was about it. So we're just going to skip through the first, little bit of time. It was 4 hours on this one video. The whole draft or the whole combine, I think, was like 7 hours. And so I'm just going to breeze through some of this, but I just wanted to show you guys the beginning of the intro for the combine. It was so high. It had me pumped. It had me hyped. I was ready to put some pads on. I was ready to go out there and try and run a 40. I would have had a heart attack, but yeah, still wanted to go run a 40, But yeah, we're gonna listen to it right now, just so you guys can get the feel of what it's like for in an atmosphere like this. Some of this stuff these guys have trained for years, and the combine is like one of the few things that many of these guys get to do. They'll be invited to the combine, but some of them won't be invited to the draft. They have to sit and be drafted from home. So it's a nice little thing that, a lot of these guys get to experience.
Stars aren't born. They're made. Here, in moments like this. This is where they are tested. Where they face the toughest challenges of their young careers. Which quarterbacks are going to catch our eye? And where they rise above. Setting the stage for greatness to follow. For the next generation of stars, it's time for their own test.
Time for their own test. Tua. It's my boy Tua. Joe Burrow. Chase Young is going to be a monster, man. He's going to be such a beast.
Ready to leave their mark and to continue their rise. This is where stars are made. Welcome to the 2020 NFL Scouting Combine.
Like the beat, man. Man, it was so hot. I was hyped, right? But so when they come in, they come in and it's the tight ends running the 40, right? So we're gonna go basically to the tight end that made highlights, right? And so right here, AO. I'm not gonna say his last name because I butchered it so many times. 449. 449. Let me explain this to you guys. Yeah, Albert, whoa. 258 pounds running a sub 445. Like, that's crazy, right? Just take this in. Take this in. That was pretty much the average for receivers yesterday. Okay? Dude's 50 pounds lighter than this man. So we saw that. We saw the tight ends running. So here was one of the drills that they practice right here a lot. It's called over the shoulder, right? Now, what it is you start, boom, you run to the first cone, and then by the second cone, the ball's supposed to be out in the air, and then you catch it, right? Now you have to catch it. You have to track the ball from over your shoulder, okay? So this is basically what they were doing. Second cone, ball's out. Right. Boom. So they're supposed to track it from over the shoulder and carry and follow it till they catch it, right? It was good seeing a lot of these tight ends had some pretty good hands for big men. For the big boys, they were catching really well. I was very impressed. A few of them did increase some draft stock, but other than that, I think Kemet, I think is how you say his name. He's could be drafted in the first round. Thaddeus Moss, he's here at the combine, or he was here at the combine, but he didn't participate. He had a fractured foot that needs surgery, so they opted out to not let him participate, which was probably the best thing for him. Now we're gonna get to my favorite part of the tight end drills, was the sled, right? So right here, this is the Dallas Cowboys tight end coach. He's explaining to them what they want to do, right? You're supposed to hit the pad. Boom, boom, boom. Drive back, drive back, drive back, drive back. See? Now the thing you see on there is there's a 45-pound weight on there, plus the sled weighs another couple 100 pounds, right? Now the point of this drill is you get down in your stance, it says hut, boom, you're supposed to fire out. Your hands are supposed to strike the pad evenly, right? It strikes the pad evenly. You're supposed to stay low, stay low, stay low. Drive those feet, and keep your hips square, right? This is all for blocking. This is all for blocking, to see how well tight ends can block and this, and that, right? Now, they used to have it to where a guy's standing there with a pad, right? And you hit him and he just walks backwards, right? Now, the sled kind of gives the resistance, because the sled here is there's a spring. So when you push this in, it's resisting with the spring, right? And it snaps it back out. And so if you don't control it, or if you're like leaning or whatever, you'll see the sled starts to like lean back, lean to the right, lean to the left, go straight up, depending on your technique. So we're going to see a couple of them. We're going to watch a couple of them, because this was probably my favorite drill of the day. I was offensive lineman in high school, so I'm all about blocking techniques, and it's gonna be nice to see they took the 45s off because it was too much weight. The guys couldn't move it, So yeah, we're gonna see a couple of them. Let's skip ahead. Now, can we give a round of applause to the assistants that are out there doing this? These men had to go and push that. See, that was see him push the sled over here. Now they have to push it back. Like, can we just thank you guys? Now here, see, he goes a little high. He goes a little high. He goes a little high. You're never blocking anyone up here. It's all going to be low shoulder pad. So this is all supposed to work on your technique. Now this guy lining out way back there. Boom, drive. There you go. That was a good one. That's good. Now you can see how heavy that thing is, right? See how much of a beast these guys are. There's one dude pushing it, 3 dudes to push it back. Now see, he's low, driving, keep the feet hit. Yep, perfect. That was good. I'm trying to see somebody who didn't do it that well. It's got a little squirrely there at the end. Now see, this guy, he keeps going up. He kind of recovered towards the end and he brought it back down. I think that was AO. And we have Parkinson. Good technique, good drive. See how here got a little squirrely. That's something they don't want you to do. But that was one of the other drills that they worked on, that I really enjoyed. This I loved seeing Adam Trautman do it. So we're gonna check this out real quick. I think he has great technique. Boom, drive, hip square, feet moving, perfect. And then here was another person where they were up too high. I got an eyelash in my lined up in the neutral zone. Again here, boom. He comes up too high, and it shows. It shows. But so yeah, that was basically all we saw yesterday. We saw quarterbacks doing the 40 time. Let's we can also check out the gauntlet. I'm not a fan of the gauntlet. I don't think the gauntlet, because my thing with the gauntlet is they just catch it and throw it. Catch it, throw it real quick, right? So, I mean, I guess it produces something, but it's more of like being able to locate the ball when you're coming across the line of scrimmage type of thing, I guess. Now, the thing with this is they're going to throw it. You're going to see right now, right? And I'll explain to you. Catch, 180, catch, run. And now he's supposed to follow this line. He has to stay as close to this line as possible, which he's doing a really good job. These tight ends did really well on these drills yesterday. They did really well. Now we're going to check out Darren Waller. Darren Waller is a tight end for the Raiders. Really well. A lot of the times though, I don't like this drill because the quarterbacks have a tendency of firing the ball in there a little too hard, and it causes, oh, you guys didn't even see the video, huh? So here's what I'm talking about right here. All right, here's the line they're supposed to be running down, and as following it as close as possible, right? And then right at the end, they catch it, and they're supposed to turn up the field and go. Okay. And so that was that drill. That was the gauntlet drill. Up next, they had like a curl route, which is just you run up, boom, curl, catch the ball. You know, we're not gonna show any of that. But that was about it. It was pretty, you know, we didn't get to see a lot of the interesting stuff like the verticals, the bench press, the broad jump. What else? The cone drills, the shuttle drills and stuff like that. We didn't get to see all those. It would have taken too long. And so I understand why they didn't do it. So we're going to get a couple quarterback 40 times here. I think we have Jefferson Eason coming up right here. My boy Sean Payton right there. Now some of these quarterbacks ran pretty fast 40 times. So when you do the 40, there's two lines, right? Your feet have to be behind the back line and your hands have to be behind the front line, right? Now when you come up, you see his hand come up, it has to stay there for 3 seconds and then he can fire out, right? Now he run a 4.99, not too bad. Jacob Fromm, 5.01. My boy Herbert right here, boom, fires out 6.6. And he runs a 4.71, which wasn't bad at all. Jalen Hurts. See, now here you get, like, listen. It's a test, yes. This is all testing. You know, these are all drills that you're supposed to be doing, right? But they know that this can make or break someone's draft stock. So if you come out of that line, you know, because you only get to run the 40 twice, right? It's not like catching drills where, you know, you can do it a couple times. You run the 40 twice. Once you pass that line, it's official, right? Like unofficial, but you can't do it no more, right? So if you mess up, they tell you, if you mess up, just stop, come back. They let you come back, right? And that's what Jalen Hurts did. He didn't feel comfortable when he came out of the line. So he came back and restarted. And it was probably a good thing that he did because he ran a 4.64 right here. And all day, I watched Jalen Hurts just increase his draft stock all day, you know. So someone who drafts him, you know, is going to get themselves a pretty good quarterback. And yes, he has said that he is a quarterback. But that was some of the drills that we saw from the combine. Now I'm gonna just jump on and I'm gonna show you guys some of the like the fastest 40 times and stuff like that. So here we have we have the 40 times for receivers, QBs, and tight ends. We're just gonna check tight ends right now. So the fastest 40 times, 449 by Albert O, 466 by Hopkins, 466 by Stephen Sullivan, the other tight end from LSU, and then Komet 47, which was pretty good. Tight end verticals. So Komet had a 37-inch vertical. Sullivan had a 36. Broad jump. Komet had a I would say that would be a 10.5, a 10-foot 5-inch vertical or a broad jump. Let's see if they have any videos. They don't have any videos of the tight ends doing it, so that was pretty good. They have the cone drills and stuff like that, but they didn't have them up here. Bench press, you know, they have the bench press. 25 looks like it's the highest for the bench press. Now with the bench, I'll show you guys some video of the bench press real quick because it's basic, you know, bench press. But they do have rules. Your feet are supposed to, both feet are supposed to stay firmly on the ground. You cannot arch. Like here, he has a slight arch, right? A slight arch, but technically you're not supposed to be able to put your hand under someone's back, lower back. And the other rule is you can't bounce the bar off your chest. It's got to come down and then go up, fluid. So we saw a punter yesterday yoke out 25 reps on the bench. This is probably one of the most hypest drills out there is the bench press. So that was bench. QBs, some of the fastest times. McDonald from Hawaii had 4.58, which was really good. And then we had 4.59 from Jalen Hurts, Justin Herbert 4.68, Steven Montez from 4.68. Let's see, vertical. We had Cole McDonald again from Hawaii. Man, this dude's an athlete. 36-inch vertical. Justin Herbert had a 35. Jordan Love had a 35. Jalen Hurts had a 35. Broad jump. Basically, all these guys did 10.5s. All these are 10.5s. This is what the broad jump looks like, if you guys are interested in it. Justin Herbert, man, look at that stud. So yeah, 10-foot, 5-inch broad jump. And then here's his vertical. 36-inch vertical. It's standing, so you cannot get a running start to the vertical. But what everyone wanted to see was the receivers. Now, the fastest time out there was Henry Ruggs with a 4.27, which was blistering speed, fast as hell. We didn't get to see him do any of the. He did do his vertical, I think, or this might have been right before he got hurt. He did end up not finishing because of soreness or tightness in his hamstring or his thigh or something like that. I can't remember. But here are some of the broad jumps. 139. That's almost 11 feet. That might even be 11 feet. Brandon Ayuk had 128 inches. Yeah, 10.8. Like, that's wild. But yeah, so that was basically what the combine consisted of yesterday. Today it'll be a little bit different because it'll be of course the punters, kickers, special teams, but then it'll have offensive linemen and running backs doing drills today, and their drills are different. Offensive linemen are more blocking drills, more shuttle drills, and things of that nature. So we'll be able to get to see some different drills today. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. It kind of went on a little longer than I expected it to. But, you know, if you guys haven't done so yet, make sure you guys are liking the video. It really helps me out. And post comments, man. I love chatting with people. Tell me some stuff you guys saw during the combine, stuff you guys would like me to do in the future. And be sure to also pound the hell out of that notification bell, because that way you get notified every time Benched comes out with a new video. But that's going to be it for me. I'm going to get ready to start watching day 2 of the combine. So y'all take it easy. I love y'all. Peace.